Imagine for a moment a world where your grandchildren's children can't appreciate the natural beauty of our nation's sprawling evergreen pine forests or the awe-inspiring grace of African savanna animals. Conserving our planet and wildlife is crucial to the world's ecosystem as we know it. I would consider myself very knowledgeable on the subject as I've written multiple research papers on conservation as well as researching this topic for the last couple of weeks. This evening I will familiarize you with 3 news stories related to conservation and how crucial it is. I will talk about a study that suggests humans have started the next mass extinction of animals on Earth, a news story that talks about southeastern pine beetles migrating to the northeast United States, and lastly, plan to preserve sage grouse habitat here in Wyoming and surrounding states. Initially, I'll speak about a study that suggests that we're all on our way to the world's 6th mass extinction. An article titled, "Study Suggests Humans Are Behind Mass Extinction of Animals," published by the CBS San Francisco on June 21st, 2015. The article states that they believe that the humans have started the next mass extinction and it's all of our fault. The article states fully 396 species have gone extinct within the last 100 years. Usually, that would only take around 11,400 years, as compared to 676 species in the last 500 years. A man named Gerardo Ceballos, who is the lead author on the study, claims that they have confirmed we are entering the 6th mass extinction, the only one caused by humans. University of Connecticut's Mark Cuban, who did a study earlier this week, found 1 in 6 animals could expect extinction due to climate change alone. It is imperative that we recognize this issue and act now. If more and more animals were to die off one by one, whole ecosystems will fail. And if ecosystems fail, it's only a matter of time for us too. Next, I'll talk about the devastating impact of the southeastern pine beetle. In an article titled "Destructive Pine Beetles" appears in Northeast States by Frank Edelman, The Washington Times, published also on June 20, 2015. Southeastern pine beetles are making their way north across to the New England states. Pine beetles burrow into pine trees, effectively killing them. It was recently discovered in the states of New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. U.S. forest entomologists suggest that the cause for this is the changing climate compounded with the vast majority of pine forests in the Northeast. Ron Corky, the southern pine beetle project manager for New Jersey, estimates that around 34,000 forest acres have been affected by the pine beetle in the last 5 years alone. New York is currently spending over $340,000 in order to eradicate the pine beetle, whether it be cutting down at-risk pine trees or destroying ones that are already infected. The preventative cutting could stop the outbreak, as well as forest ecosystems that naturally filter water into aquifer that supplies about 3 million people in the Long Island area. It is important that we take the necessary steps to eradicate this invasive pine beetle from forests in the Northeast. They don't belong there. If we don't act fast, we could lose a great majority of pine trees that would in turn be detrimental to ecosystems across the Northeast. Last but not least, I'll touch on the exciting news plans to protect the endangered sage grouse right here in Wyoming. It's an article titled "Sprawling Sage Grouse Preservation Plan Unveiled" by Tristan Hiegler, Herald and News, May 29, 2015. The Secretary of Interior, Sally Jewell, wants to preserve land across 10 western states to include Wyoming. The area will be around the size of 2/3 of Colorado. She adds that the new plan will affect energy development, causing oil refineries to be clustered more together, and removal of power lines to prevent birds of prey or raptors from perching to prey on such birds. Unfortunately, the Western Energy Alliance plans to support legislation that would elongate this plan from happening for their own self-interest. It's not just about the sage grouse here. If If you look at the big picture, we as a society tend to kill the things that we love. But at what cost? What good is all that land development if it meant killing such a beautiful prairie chicken such as the sage grouse? I wanted to end on a positive note because there's a lot of negative stigma when it comes to the conservation and how we handle it as a society. Today I talked about 3 news stories, local, national, and international news, that encompasses the pressing issue of conservation and why it's important to us. How we handle the conservation of our planet's ecosystem is a hot topic and that needs to be addressed seriously. Whether it's biking to work or donating to a good cause, you can help Mother Earth live another day.